Goldman Sachs has just raised their gold target to $2,900 an ounce by early 2025. Call the proud Americans of the Patriot Gold Group today before it's too late. Patriot Gold Group has the No Fee for Life IRA, where your IRA or 401k can be in physical gold and silver on qualifying rollovers. Call 888-869-9656 for a free investor guide today. Patriot Gold Group is Consumer Affairs' top-rated gold IRA dealer 7 years in a row. Call 888-869-9656. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment.
Well, as you know, we knew that they were not going to just go quietly into the night. We know that I call them the enemy, is planning all kinds of things, trying to still figure out how to get rid of President Trump. And one of the things they want to try to do is have a majority in the House and the Senate so they can just vote whatever, whatever their plan is. They're all kinds of things. So we must be diligent and vigilant in our prayers and whatever we can do. And one of the things that's going on right now in the Senate is because the Republicans have the majority in the Senate. And by the way, Dave McCormick, who beat Bob Casey, Chuck Schumer was not going to allow him to show up for the orientation of senators. And at least 3 senators, I know that Senator Mike Lee is one of them, and apologize, I can't remember the other 2, Schmidt and somebody else, are going to escort Dave McCormick to the Senate in order to attend as their guest, I guess, because Schumer refuses to admit that, and Bob Casey refuses to concede that race. So that's the kind of thing that they're trying to do. Of course, we know what's going on in Arizona. Of course, it makes 0 sense that the good people in Arizona would elect President Trump and then elect one of the most far left senators, Gallego, whatever his name is, who supposedly beat Carrie Lake, but
His family has considerable ties to the drug kingpins of Mexico.
That's right. That's right. Somebody in his family was arrested, his father, brother, somebody. You're right. And that's what other people have said. And that's a very interesting point. Thank you for making that, because I had forgotten that. But on Twitter, I'm getting excited. Somebody put up a statement on Twitter that they didn't know why they were so afraid of Carrie Lake, except that the drug cartels really have an inroad in it in Arizona, and they know that they're afraid of Carrie Lake. Very interestingly, Prophet Kim Clement, whom many of you have heard about and we have played a lot of his things. He prophesied about President Trump. In 2011, he had a prophetic word that the drug cartels were going to be afraid of a woman who was an Esther type of woman, and that she was a very I don't know, a strong believer, a strong Christian woman, and that a beautiful woman. He described her as beautiful, well-spoken. I mean, he gave this description of her, and I think Carrie Lake is quite beautiful.
Yeah.
She is very attractive. She comes out of the TV station stuff. She was a reporter. And in any case, so there's that. Also, too, there's another prophetic voice out of Ireland who posted this on Facebook. I found this interesting. She said, she's from Ireland. She doesn't really keep up with, she kept up with President Trump.
Yeah.
She says, I've been praying for 2 years for this woman named Carrie Lake. And of course, the rest of us are like, oh, yeah, keep praying for her. So, I believe she is going to prevail in some fashion. I mean, I believe she's going
But
to
the
prevail.
Irish lady had never heard of
Right,
Carrie
she
Lake.
didn't know who she was. I've
Yeah.
been praying for this person named Carrie Lake. It was the way she said it. You know, she's like, I have been praying for this person in America named Carrie Lake. I don't know who she is. So, anyway, my point is, God's on it, I believe, but we need to pray. One of the things that Father has said is that I'm getting chills. I'm sorry, I'm getting chills. I can feel these chills coming on me. I'm not sick. I'm just saying, from the Holy Spirit, the enemy, Satan, and his minions are terrified of us. And I don't mean us. I mean us. I mean God's people, because we are praying, we are seeking, we are declaring, we are calling down strongholds. Our weapons are not of flesh, they are spiritual. It's spiritual warfare. And the Lord Himself said, you are scaring the enemy. Keep it up. So I just wanted to pass that on.
Well, I just came from a men's small group and where we kept it up.
Yeah, keep it up. Keep up the prayer, keep up the praise. Praise is and it scares the enemy when you figure out what he's doing and you call him out on it. I could go into a lot of spiritual stuff, but I won't. I want to address something right now. Um, and that is that because we have the majority in the Senate, the senators need to vote on a new Senate majority leader, which had been Chuck Schumer for the Democrats and Mitch McConnell, as you know, forever back and forth for the Republicans. He is retiring, so we need a new person. And the status quo, if you will, is John Thune. John Thune is as close to an anti-Trumper, never Trumper as you could possibly get. The other one that they're talking about is John Cornyn. And the reason they're mentioning these two men is because they have 27 and 22 years in the Senate, in I shouldn't say the Senate, in politics, respectively. I don't know if it was all in the Senate. So and my point is that that's what everybody is saying. Well, we need somebody who's experienced, or we need somebody blah blah blah. And my cry, and I have sent this in an email. I have put this in um, text, X messages. No, we do not want the status quo. What they're trying to do is put these people in because it's their turn. Well, that's not what we want. And these people are not Trump supporters. They are Trump haters. In fact, they are really out there Trump haters. President Trump won in a huge landslide. He won the Electoral College and he won the popular vote. And he won big. And some of you senators owe your seat to him, Ted Budd, and others whom he endorsed. He won big. He has a MAGA mandate. And what we, the people who voted for him, and we, the people who put all of the worked so hard to get him in office, do not want the old guard. We want the new guard. We don't want what's been. We don't want somebody who hates President Trump. That will not help him. In fact, Mitch McConnell did everything he could to hamstring President Trump, and we cannot put up with that, should not put up with that. And I'm encouraging every single person who watches this video to email your Republican senators and send an X message or a post and Facebook, wherever else you want to put it, call their office and tell them no more status quo. And what they're saying is that this is their fallback. Rick Scott doesn't have the experience that is needed because he's only been in the Senate for 6 years.
Good.
That's right. Good. All the better. Rick Scott is not an idiot. He ran a very successful business. He knows how to get things done. And I'm pretty sure if he needed help with something, there's somebody that can answer any questions he may have. I mean, come on. That's just ridiculous. And that's just a cop out. And we're not going to let you cop out. And we're not going to let go of this. And it's supposed to be a private, secret vote. And I'm going to say something else. Where are the whistleblowers? If they hold a private secret vote, I want someone to leak the vote out because we, the people, need to know how they voted. The House holds a public vote for the Speaker of the House. The Senate should do the same. You don't get privacy. We want someone who likes President Trump and will put forth his, he has to have people confirmed, he has to have, legislation put forth, etc. And that the only person that's running is Rick Scott. So, Marsha Blackburn, you said you would listen to all of the, candidates who are running for this position and make up your mind. Well, I love you and I respect you and I respect the job you have done. But I'm here to tell you personally, we do not need to have any more Mitch McConnell issues in the Senate. We need someone who will put forth President Trump's agenda. And John Thune and John Cornyn will not. And as for you, Ted Budd from North Carolina, I know this because I'm from North Carolina. You wouldn't have that seat if it wasn't for the endorsement of President Trump. Mark Walker and Pat McCrory ran against you in the primary, and they were trashing you and trying to make you look bad and telling us how bad you were and all this other stuff. But you got the endorsement of President Trump, and that made all the difference. Just saying.
Are we done?
I'm done. Are you done?
Hi.